Raise your red solo cups, ladies and gents. If you have one, if you don't have a red solo cup, just raise it. Raise your imaginary red solo cup, because it's time to party, ladies and gents. It's time to party. We had to delay the party at first, but the party is still happening. It's tonight, ladies and gents. But without further ado, let's not waste any more time. This is episode 10. A milestone on Dusting Out the Ropes. The 10th episode. And what a way to start off the 10th episode of Dusting Out the Ropes with introducing my guest at this time. He is a former Create Pro Tag Team Champion. He is the frat star, Dante Drago. Dante!
Ah! What an introduction. Thank you so much for having me, Ryan. Well,
Thank you for joining.
Yeah, dude. Thank you so much for having me. Sorry the party got delayed, but as always, the party is just getting started, and now here we are finally doing this thing.
Oh, I see what you did there. The party's just getting started.
There we go. This is what we need. This is perfect.
Isn't that in your theme song? The party is just getting started?
So, I know, like, part of the words of what that theme song says.
It's like...
I think it's "We're just getting started." I think that's how it starts off. And
it's something like that.
Started. Pour out the Bacardi. I really don't know what it says. People love the song, but I rarely listen to it.
Yeah, it's a great song. It's wonderful. You feel the vibe from it once you start hearing it.
Oh, dude.
And you know, and especially with you, since it's your theme song. Anytime you hear it at a Creative Pro event, VPW event, you know the party is about to begin. You know everybody's about to have a great time.
So that's what it was. So I know we were talking before we started.
Yes.
Basically, for people who don't know, the song that I come out to usually is called "Party Like the '80s" by this guy. I think it's NEFX.
Yes, it's
NEEFX or EX, whatever.
I think it's EX.
But basically, it was about a little less than a year of me into training, and I was going to have my debut match at one of my home away from home promotion, Excite Wrestling, and promoter Johnny Moose, so shout out to Moose, he came up to me and he said, "Hey kid, we need music, but you can't have it be copyrighted." It's like, all right. So I spent one day in college just scrolling through this random guy's playlist, and I found this one song. And I was like, yeah, that's all right. It's whatever. Lo and behold, almost 5 years later, I'm still using the exact same song I just found in some random night of just scrolling through. I remember I just said, I was like, this is good enough for now. I just sent it out, and now I just stuck with it. It just fits. I feel like.
It seems like everybody has that starting theme song, and then they transition to their song that they always use. It seems like with you stuck with that theme song since the beginning.
And the thing is, because I felt like there was nothing that really captured the vibe that I was going for as a frat star. As much as that, there is one actual copyrighted song that I want to start using more called "Party Till We Die." You've definitely heard it. It's like, "Oh we, oh we, oh we, oh we, oh we, I."
That does sound familiar.
Yeah. So that's the song I want to start using. But I feel like "Party Like It's the '80s" just just feels right for the frat star, feels right for VBU, feels right for Delta House because now Delta House is using it. So basically, any faction that I'm in just inherits "Party Like It's the '80s."
It's just Vlogbro University.
Yep.
You said Delta House. Yourself, it's Party Like the '80s. It's just going around Long Island. It's basically the party theme song of Long Island.
Even in Queens, Mike Anthony is a huge Party Like It's the '80s guy. Mike Anthony loves it. His favorite song in the world.
He should have used it on AEW when he was on AEW.
That should be the new Spike theme. Party Like It's the '80s should be Liam Davis's and Mike Anthony's new theme because
that'd be hilarious as anything. Just seeing Mike Anthony out of all people, the one person partying like the '80s.
First of all, really quick shout out to Liam Davis. Dude's got a crazy past couple of weeks. He was on AEW Dark with Mike Anthony as Spite. He got married. He survived the hurricane in Florida. So I doubt Liam Davis is around seeing this. But Liam, dude, kudos to you. Congrats on the marriage, and I'm happy you're safe. But at the same time, I think you should be part of the fraternity. I want to see the frat star Liam Davis and Creative Pro soon enough.
We gotta see something. Congratulations. You said he got married.
Yes, he did. He got married.
Liam Davis, if you're watching, congratulations. If you're not watching, congratulations. It's but if you're watching this from Florida right now, I hope you're doing okay. I know Hurricane Ian just hit, so if you're in Florida right now, if you're watching this, or if you know somebody that lives in Florida, staying in Florida, I hope everybody is doing okay out there. Hope everybody's safe. Thoughts and prayers. So, let's get started.
Yeah, let's get started.
Let's get this party started, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's go. All right. Is that the head from your Manhattan video?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. This is Richard, everybody. If you haven't met Richard, he made his debut on the Dante Drago Wrestles channel during Rush Week, which is almost like a month ago, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
He
kind of reminds me of a wrestler from like the 2000s.
Al Snow?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, should I mention Al Snow?
He is my head. That is my head, literally and metaphorically.
Would you say he feeds your head?
Probably. Also, please excuse me and my professionalism.
Yes.
I haven't eaten dinner, so here's my Chipotle. So everyone say hi to my Chipotle as well.
I'm sure Bobby is jealous as anything.
Listen, I'm the real Chipotle king of course. I don't give a damn what Bobby Orlando says. I know what his order is. His order is severely lacking. My order is the GOATest. My order is also your mom. So
you gotta have a Dante versus Bobby Chipotle on a pole match. Just a bag from Chipotle on there.
I'm going to clip that. I'm going to post it.
Did I just make a new match?
Chipotle gift card on a pole match.
Chipotle gift card.
Here's the thing, though. I mean, listen. Bobby and I have a lot of history together. He was our show crew was Vlogger University's debut match at Creative Pro. Him and I had a lot of back and forth in the street fight. In all honesty, I want a piece of Bobby Orlando, and now he's a new Cap TV champion. In all honesty, I feel like I deserve that title, very much so.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not going to throw down the gauntlet if it's not warranted, but I feel like if Bobby's going to win that in a fatal four-way, if he faces me one-on-one, there's no way he's going to retain.
You hear that, Bobby? The frat star's calling you out.
Yeah, Bobby.
You're going after championships. You want the New York State Championship, you want the Cap TV Championship. You're making moves.
Listen, the summer of Drago was a huge success. The summer of Drago was probably the busiest time of my career, and I really feel like I've grown a lot as a performer and as a talent. So why not start calling people out? Why not show people how good the frat star really is? Because I believe it. It's just time to show it.
You got to show it somehow.
Yep.
Also,
4 wins in a row at Victory Pro Wrestling. Okay, on the longest undefeated streak going right now. I'm untouchable.
He's absolutely right, ladies and gents. And the Gold Rush Rumble is coming up. You gotta. The thing about it is, if you don't call anybody out, if you stay low, you're gonna be in the back. You gotta get to the front of the line somehow, and that's what you're exactly doing right now. You're showing people, everybody. You're saying, I'm not gonna wait in the back of this line. It's my time.
Listen, Mike Anthony and Jack can go do their thing in the main title picture. There's someone on that roster who's been a thorn in my side from the very second that I came into this company. That's Desmond Cole. Don't forget, Desmond Cole was my first match in VPW with Joseph Alexander, and he stole that win from me. So I'm still holding on to a grudge. I'm sorry, okay? I know it's back in February. I know it's a while ago. But in all honesty, I know how good I am. I know how good I am in comparison to the rest of the VPW roster. So if Desmond Cole thinks he could face me in a one-on-one match, then he should stop hiding, stop driving up to Maine, and face me one-on-one in New York State for the New York State Championship.
Damn.
I'm going for blood today, Ryan.
You're gonna call everybody out. You're gonna call.
Who else can I call out?
You could call out
Dr. Cool.
Oh.
POS. Nah,
we'll get to him later. Spoiler alert.
Snake
Man. I'm telling you, that was the funniest thing. I'm telling you, me and my friend were just when you were out there, we were like Snake Boy. Like, it was just funny as anything. I'm telling you, that was funny as anything. The whole Dr. Cool series was just awesome.
It's just, you know what? It started with just us messing around, and then it just like took off, and now it's something that me, Mike, and Jay talk every single day. We really do, and like we pitch ideas and we talk about stuff, and we're trying to figure out how to make this better and how to make it catch on, because there are a select few people who really take it in, right? Like appreciate what we do, and we put a lot of time and effort into this. So first of all, for you, for your buddies, for anyone who watches the Dr. Cool vlogs, means the world to us. We also had our first hater too. We had our first hater on the Dr. Cool vlogs. I think it was either episode 1 or 2, and I think he said, "Am I allowed to curse?"
Yeah, you're allowed to curse.
Okay, farts. Never mind. So this guy said, he's like, "This shit sucks," but like, okay, do you find it entertaining? As long as certain people find it entertaining and they're having fun with it, that's all I care about.
Yeah, there's people that are gonna like it. Just because one person does not like it doesn't mean it's not good. Doesn't mean it's bad. Doesn't mean it's not entertaining. It just means they're, especially if they say it that way,
they're stupid.
Then they're stupid.
They don't get it.
They don't get true quality of content.
Yeah, they don't understand the absolute expertise of our craft. So that one hater, if you're watching this, come find me on the street, all right? I'll show you how good Dr. Cool Vlogs is.
Oh, jeez.
Give him a cool, bro.
I still think that move is so, no pun intended, cool. Alrighty, so, Dante, here we go. First question.
All right.
So you won the Creative Pro Tag Team Championships with Jack Tomlinson,
my good buddy,
and that was, and correct me if I'm wrong, your first tag team championship.
Actually, I might have to correct you.
Uh-oh.
So, like I mentioned before, that home away from home promotion, Excite Wrestling, I actually won tag team gold twice there before.
Really?
Yes. I was a 2-time tag team champion with the original Frat Stars. We are no longer in a feud. So shout out to my boy, Pat Sawyer. He's injured right now, but he's going to come back stronger than ever. He's awesome dude. And yeah, we won gold twice. We won it once in the first show back after COVID in a parking lot of a mall, and we won it again in a steel cage. So those are our 2 title wins right there.
That's wow. I did not know that.
Yeah, look at you, huh?
I'm usually correct with these. Oh no! But so let me rephrase the question.
Yeah.
With your first championship win at Creative Pro, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, I'm right so far. Okay, we're good.
We're doing great.
With your first championship win at Creative Pro, because especially with Creative Pro being one of the best pro wrestling schools on Long Island, in New York, how does it feel to win a championship in one of the best promotions in New York? Or if you want to go even further, what was going through your mind once the bell rung?
Wow. So there's so many emotions surrounding that show and that match in particular. First of all, So much love to Brick City Boys. So much love to the Even Stevens. As much as we can beef on Twitter and talk shit, really do love all four of those guys. Um, it's from your home school, and this is just completely straightforward. It's just like that moment of validation where you're like, okay, I put 4 years of my life at this point into this. Someone believes in me. Someone sees something in me and in us actually, because that was Jack's first title win at Creative Pro 2, and that was kind of like our moment where we're like, you know what, like we are something special. And not that it went to our head, it did, but like not that it did, but we definitely really did appreciate that moment and being able to say like, Creative Pro gave us the ball and ran with it, and in no small part due to Eric. Eric really, helped us win those titles, but Eric also gave us a comments booth and said, "Hey, listen, I'm the champ. You two are champs. Now it's us three. Now we're gonna go and take over this stuff." So many emotions going through that, but probably one of the greatest moments of my career was winning that tag team gold, which was really, really awesome.
It was a great milestone to see, and it was awesome just to see you guys win your first championships at Creative Pro, to be at the top of the tag team division at Creative Pro, and then later that night forming Larger Than Life and being at the top of all of Creative Pro, not just the tag team division, but of all Creative Pro, and putting everybody on notice. That was a huge night for not just the Frat Star, but for Jack Tomlinson and also Eric James. It was a great night, and you guys, and we'll get to this later, a little bit later. But you guys just faced, guys teamed up because of Jack was at ringside. You teamed with VSK.
Yeah.
And you got to face Bully Ray, Phil Cardigan, and Dr. Cool. So, but again, we'll get to that later. But it was awesome to see that championship run, and hopefully we get to see that again soon. Because Larger Than Life, it was at the top and it's still at the top. We just can't see it yet.
I mean, to my knowledge, and maybe Ryan, you can correct me if I'm wrong for this, but I don't think any team has ever held all the gold at Creative Pro. For the exception of the TV title, of course, but to hold the tag titles and also the heavyweight championship, we were untouchable for a very long period. And I feel like people have forgotten how good Larger Than Life is. So it's just our job to remind them. And even still, Jack and I have been on a little bit of a skid run ever since we lost our titles. And, it took a while, but, we're back. We're ready to work hard. Jack was hurt for a bit, but he's better than ever. And even still, Larger Than Life is about to challenge Brian Myers and Joe Shoes for the FWF tag team titles. So, like,
that's right.
We're gonna win those. We're gonna be the first ever Creative Pro double tag team champions. That's the play right now. So, we're always manifesting stuff, and I think that's the way that we want to go. Where it's we hold both belts right there. Freebird Rude will defend all four of them. Easy.
Hopefully we see Larger Than Life win the FWF Tag Team Championships. And when's FWF for?
That is Sunday, Ridgefield Park. So if you're
Sunday.
in the Ridgefield Park area, you should totally check it out. I believe it is streaming somewhere, but you need to double check it.
Hopefully.
But
hopefully.
Foremost, fuck Joe Shoes.
Ooh.
And you know what? You know what, Ryan? Ryan, guess what? Guess what? Ryan?
What?
I'm gonna double down. I'm gonna double down on this. You ready for this one?
Yeah.
Fuck Brian Myers. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Those are our titles. Eric and I are coming home with some extra gold, and we're gonna party the night away. So don't expect to take a figure bath with your little toys there, boys. Okay? You're gonna be in a lot more pain than taking baths is gonna solve.
All right. Oh, Ciara. It says she realized Dante's name says dragon.
Roar. It also says Snake Man.
Snake Man. She says, they say, larger than life is always number one for me. Nobody out crazy Ophelia, aka my uncle, who was on. You were on his podcast too.
Hi, Scooter Dust.
Make sure to check out that, ladies and gents, because there was a lot of stuff to talk about there with Dante Drago. And 20 minutes of anime. 20 minutes.
Huge anime guy. Wait, Ryan.
Yeah.
I know you have a very structured podcast, which I do appreciate.
Yeah.
But when I went to Stop and Shop to pick up some ice cream after lunch, I got a pack of Pokemon cards, so we totally opened this up.
Pack opening live? Oh, man.
Live pack opening. I feel like that'll bring me some good luck.
That will definitely bring you. If you watch how he pulls like a $1,000
shiny Charizard the match.
He pulls like one of the rarest cards. And it's like, yeah, split.
You want to see Dante Drago pack of Pokemon cards? Give me a hell yeah.
What? Alrighty. Oh, no. So going back to my uncle, he says Larger Than Life should do a Backstreet's Back routine for Halloween.
So Eric James is no longer the one-man boy band, considering he is now in a three-man boy band with Larger Than Life.
Three-man band.
So I think the whole Backstreet Boys thing is kind of like in the rear view. But I love Backstreet Boys, so that's always on the table for me. So I'll bring it up. I'll see if we can pull something up.
If you noticed when I made the entrance on 2K, I believe it was 2K19 of you guys, I used literally Larger Than Life by Backstreet Boys. I thought you guys were going to use that theme song because I thought, oh, it's Larger Than Life, and Eric James loves Backstreet Boys, like he uses Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, but why would we do a recording of a song if Eric James' singing voice is so beautiful?
That's true.
Like, it just makes so much more sense. And plus, like, me and Jack are his backup singers. It's just so good.
Eric James nails the singing on every entrance. I don't think he's ever like voice cracked or anything. It's perfect every time.
You know why? Because he's a lead singer in professional wrestling. Eric James is a notch above everybody else. So shout out to Eric. He's the man.
He is the man. Wait, no, that's. Can we say that he's the man?
Totally.
Or is Rick?
No,
okay, we could say that he's the man.
Yeah, and if someone says otherwise, they can come talk to Snake Man.
Woo!
Ric Flair, Nature Boy versus Snake Man.
The Nature Boy versus Snake Man. Oh my god.
Book it.
Book it. Well, Triple H, book it.
Book it, Hunter.
All right, so at VPW you have Delta House with Nick Robles and Jay Macias, I think. Jay Macias. I say Macias. I think it's Macias.
Macias. Yeah.
Macias. So so you.
On your copy.
His name is also Dante.
Who?
Jay Macias.
Oh, he is Dante. Yes.
I was like, oh, please tell me you get the reference.
No, he is Dante. Yes.
We got two Dantes in Delta. Nick Robles should
He is Dante, bro.
Nick Robles needs to change his name to Dante, and you guys could be 3D. You guys could be Team 3D.
3Ds for one wrestling career.
So I want to know, with being in Larger Than Life, you all share, you guys have all been in the wrestling business for a little bit of time. Nick Robles and Jay Macias, it's just been starting to get up there, being big stars, as Jack Tomlinson would say. I hear him say that every time. If I'm taking a table, he's like, "Oh, big star." I'm like, "Oh, there we go." I should put a dollar in a jar every time he says big star. I'd be rich.
That'd be pretty funny, actually.
So I want to know, because you formed Delta House, how does it feel to share your knowledge with Delta House?
It's funny. We kind of joke around with Delta House and say that we're actually smaller than Soul instead of Larger Than Life.
Oh
Um,
my god.
so, but the thing is, like, I learned just as much from Nick and Jay as they do from me. Um, when Delta House started, it was very much like, oh, this is my thing. Like, I'm going to make sure that I'm the focal point. But in all honesty, like, Jay and Nick are so good and they're really charismatic and they just need reps that, like, I'm very much of like, hey, like, let's use these guys as much as possible. Like, let's showcase them. Like, I believe very highly in Jay. I believe very highly in Nick. I think they're going to be stars in BPW one day. I think they're going to, potentially run the tag team division together. And when I saw it, they were working hard, busting their ass, and I was like, why don't you guys come with me? Be in my frat. And the thing is, too, the best part about Delta House is that there's no shortage of people that would want to join. Like, if I don't know, Mike Anthony came up and said, "Hey, I want to be in Delta House." Easy, pledge, and you're in. That's it. We're take all comers, very very open, but you gotta get hazed a little bit. So that's like the give and take.
You basically, what you did is that, like, you looked at Nick, you look at Jay, and you realized
We also
that
drink heavily. Me and Jay, at least. Nick doesn't. Nick is the designated driver.
you guys drive.
Nick drives. Me and Jay don't drive. Me and Jay
Oh.
drove, we'd be in prison.
Jeez. So basically what you did is that you saw Jay, you saw Nick, and you like nobody's gonna take advantage of these great stars, and you basically just pulled them into into your own frat. It's
What's the frat star without its own frat? You know?
it makes sense. I don't see how that not makes sense. And now look at you guys, Dante. Ever since Delta House formed, 4-0. Coincidence? I don't think so.
No. That's all by myself. All by myself. Every single win that I've had, it was
Hey, it's
me and only me.
it's a singles match. In the record books, it says just you defeats the other one.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you.
That's how I see it.
Yeah, it's perfect. I thought you were already in Delta House.
Didn't
Ryan,
you?
aren't you in Delta House?
Yeah, I'm in Delta House.
Oh, hold up.
How's it go?
Like this. 2 fingers. There you go.
There we go. There we go.
Because this is Illuminati, and we can't do that. This is not Illuminati. I think.
This is like Diamond Dallas Page.
Yeah, this is the bang. No, well,
Yeah.
the thumbs are extended.
Yeah, it's basically that, but just put your 2 down.
Yeah.
Put your pinky and ring finger. And Ciara also says that got all of Delta House to sign the paddle.
Sickest paddle in the game.
Didn't you buy the paddle, Ciara? I saw you buy the paddle. I remember you walking past me and then you had the paddle. And I'm like, did you buy that? I was like, oh my god. Did you expect anybody to buy the paddle?
I always make the paddle special because I want people to want it. Because here's the way that I see it. Because I started doing paddles at Shukru Fun Fair Part 2. And it was really meant as like a throwaway prop. And, someone ended up buying it. And I was like, wow, like, people would I feel like people would appreciate something that, has some effort, has some artistic value to it. And I feel like the paddle has kind of become part of the frat star persona. So
It definitely has.
and the thing is, to personalize each paddle for each match, where am I going to use it again? If I'm fighting Ryan Dust, and Ryan Dust is smelly, like I can't use it against someone else and they'd be like, "Hey, that's not Ryan Dust," So it's really a matter of listen, like I want someone to feel like it's like a special thing because it's a one of a kind paddle. And you can go around, get people to sign it. Like I encourage that stuff. So if you are at a show that I'm at and you're interested in buying the paddle, please just come talk to me. I'm probably yelling someone buy the paddle to begin with. So
It reminds me of how Rick Rude would dress his attire. He would always make his attire especially for his opponents. Didn't he have like the face of one of
Yeah,
his opponent's
Jake the Snake.
wife?
Yeah, Jake the Snake. Hmm.
It's
It's a
yeah, that was Jake the Snake. It was Jake the Snake.
uh huh.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Snake Man, Jake the Snake.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
we were
So
just talking about the Illuminati. No.
yes. No, dude. In all honesty, like I have had so much fun, like really creating these paddles, taking time, and now I got Jack in on it too. The other day, I got Dan Barry helping me out with one of them. Like it's fun because like it really is like my own artistic image and like how I can perceive that in front of an audience. So like wrestling in itself is very much expressive to me, but having that extra piece where it's like I can draw a bunch of stars on a paddle and then scream around saying that I'm an artist, like I can't, because I am.
Now the paddles itself. Do you make Do you actually like make the paddles, or do you
I have an oak tree in my
oak
backyard.
tree?
Yes, and I cut each paddle from said oak tree.
You have to
Only
sand
one
it
oak
down
tree,
too.
but there is, yes, sanded, finished. I used to have two oak trees, but I used up all the wood in the other oak tree, so I'm
You
waiting to
gotta
use the wood in this one.
you gotta
Um,
save the wood, Dante.
the frat tree they call it,
The
the
frat tree.
ye old frat tree. That's YEOLDFART tree. Yield.
Ye-
Yes.
You got
That's at Delta House. So if you go to Delta House, you'll see ye old frat tree.
You should name every paddle you get, like how Xavier Woods names his trombones.
Hmm.
You should name the. You should call the paddle the party paddle.
The worst part about those paddles is that the primary use for them in matches is spanking me. So I should really give it to somebody and tell them to leave it in the back because somehow it always ends up me getting my butt paddled.
It does not end up good for you with those paddles. Maybe that's a sign, but
Yeah, but I mean also they're really fun to make. So
it's really fun. Um,
this is true. That's how it went down.
an auction. And a Dante in a frat tree will now replace the partridge in a pear tree in the 12-day. Oh my god, you gotta make that. We gotta make that now.
The 12 days of Fratmas.
The 12 days of Fratmas.
I'm probably gonna do that now. That's a really funny joke.
Second day Fratmas. The frat star gave to me 2 paddle sticks. Just like
We can workshop this, Ryan. We can workshop that.
paddle. Well, Christmas is coming up soon, but we gotta get through Halloween first.
Halloween and Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Trust me,
and Thanksgiving.
I'm waiting for Christmas to come.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be great this year.
Yeah, wonderful Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year
Mhm.
to you all. So the next question, we were mentioning Bully Ray before. I want to just know, with Bully Ray being, a former WWE superstar, former TNA superstar, former ECW superstar, he has done a lot. He's won tag team championships. He's performed in some of the best matches, most extreme matches in WWE history. So I just want to know, how did it feel to share a ring with him? Even though you were versing against him, how did it feel to share a ring with a tag team legend?
Dude, first of all, I wouldn't even call him just a tag team legend. Um, Guy's been all over the world. The guy's wrestled so many promotions, been the top guy. He's a legend. Um, Being in the same ring as Bully Ray is definitely up there with one of the coolest things that I've done. So, little insight onto pre-frat star Dante. Um, I was not a huge wrestling fan until I was about 15, 16 years old. Like, I didn't even watch. But when I started watching it, one of the first live events I went to, my dad took me to Raw in Brooklyn after SummerSlam 16.
Oh, I went to the 117. I was gonna say, oh, that would have been a coincidence if we were
Well,
both there.
was that the one with the Dudley Boys re-debuted?
That was no, that was 2015.
So 2015, I went then.
Yeah.
So when they came back, I was a huge Dudley Boys fan because I was just getting into wrestling. So the coolest move that I saw was the 3D because it's just the coolest move in the world. And those guys come back, and I start losing my mind. So that played a huge part in me wanting to really get on this journey. And when I found out that I was going to be in a match with him, it was okay. That's really cool, full circle moment right there. And I wrestled with a 4 of the top ECW guys like they had. I've been in a ring with Sandman. I've teamed with Tommy Dreamer. I managed Jack and Eric when they wrestled Nunzio. And then I just wrestled Bully Ray. So give me like RVD and Sabu, and like I probably got the whole roster.
You gotta call yourself
Danny Doring. I punched Danny Doring in his stupid head.
You gotta call yourself the hardcore frat star. And once you defeat the whole entire ECW roster.
The Death Star.
The Death. Oh shit! Oh shit!
Did I just come up with the Death Star?
That was awesome, dude. That was right off the spot. Oh my!
You want to hear the worst part?
Oh god, what?
I don't like Star Wars.
You know what? I don't take offense to that because I don't watch Star Wars.
I'll rephrase. I haven't sat down and consumed all of Star Wars. I might have when I was a kid, but not enough to get into it. My brother, shout out to my brother, huge Star Wars fan.
I only watch. My uncle is a huge Star Wars fan. The only things I've watched from Star Wars was like a blooper and also like a death in the movie. That's all I've seen. I haven't sat down to watch any of the Star Wars. So sorry, Uncle Ted.
Honestly, no. I would say I've seen majority of it. Like I know all key scenes and everything. I just haven't sat down and really watched it.
Like I know the characters. Like I know some of the characters. Like I know Chewbacca. Princess Leia, R2D2. I know the characters. It's just I don't know. I just don't know like what happens and everything. Like what's going on, what everything means and stuff. So, exactly. But that would be cool if you call yourself the Death Star. The Death Star, and then form hardcore matches. You got to verse Matt Cardona then.
That is it's an idea. I'm definitely gonna keep kicking around. I feel like. I really like that. I just kind of like the whole like vibe of stars. I don't know. It's like really weird.
There's a lot of stars. A lot.
I think one day. So I don't know if I ever told this story. Do you know why I'm called the Frat Star? Like how I found that name?
I feel like you've said it before, but no, I don't remember.
So I might have said it on Papa Dank's podcast.
It's one of the podcasts.
Well, anyway, one of my very, very, very good friends. Her name is Ariel. She's super, super talented, awesome girl. I was having a rough night, and she pulled me aside, and she was like, "Dante, like, don't care. Like, we're out right now, so like." I'm not in the best state of mind, but she's like, Dante, like, stop that. Like, don't get in your own head. Have a great time tonight. You're a legit frat star. And I was like, wait, stop. What are you talking about? She's like, what? I was like, what'd you just say? Like, say it again. Frat star. I was like, I'm using that. And the next day I had a match for Binghamton with my tag team partner, Pat, where we won our first titles. And I told him, I was like, we're called the Frat Stars now. And he goes, yeah. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, it's good.
It just clicked. It's like once you hear something, it's like, oh my god, it clicks.
If you want to start the next question, I want to see if I have something really cool.
All right, I'll start the next question. All right, so we're gonna get. So we just mentioned former WWE superstar Bully Ray, but now we're gonna go into the business of WWE. As you got to actually be in the ring on one of
oh shit.
You got to be in the ring on Friday Night SmackDown in a segment between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. Two of the two of the biggest stars in the 21st century.
Yeah. Like, dude, in all honesty, when people remind me of that, because like I do forget about it, which I don't know if you guys can see me right now, but I am generally still so surprised that I was lucky enough to share the ring with those guys at that moment.
It was it's especially with just Roman Reigns and Lesnar. Like, it wasn't just like, it was the main event of WrestleMania you were basically in the ring with.
Yeah.
You were,
really quick, I want to go right back to this before I forget.
yeah, no.
This is a one of a kind.
Oh my god.
Only one in the world. This is the first ever Dante Drago shirt that was made up.
Wow.
And one day my car with all the merch in it, no you didn't, got like soaking wet because I didn't close one night, and it ruined all of them. That's the only one that survived.
Are you serious?
There's two Pat Sawyer Dante Drago shirts. That was one of them, and there was one of our faces on them. I don't have any more faces. The last one I had got ripped up when Pat turned on me. So
oh jeez.
Yeah. So if anyone wants a first edition, one of a kind Dante, like literally the first ever Dante Drago shirt, the only one in existence, let me know. It's gonna be like $3 million.
Ciara.
I'm just going with Dad right now asking.
Go. It just comes back. Say, yeah, I'll buy it. It's like, I buy. Just puts everything on the table.
So yeah, that was like the experience being on SmackDown, and for such an important segment is, dude, like it's everything you work for. But the thing is, like my goal when I started wrestling was get on the WWE network, be in their library. So for me, it was like, okay, you have something to show for this. Like, obviously I didn't join wrestling because I wanted to be on the indies. Granted, I freaking love the indies so much. I've met so many amazing people here. I've traveled all over the East Coast. I love independent wrestling so much. But at the end of the day, everyone wants to be on TV. Everyone wants to be that, that guy. And having that, 5 seconds of fame made me want it that much more.
I remember seeing the episode, and I think it was in New York. And anytime in SmackDown or Raw, or even anytime they're just in New York in general, even a pay-per-view, mm-hmm. I always keep my eye close on like the security guards or anybody in the crowd, because I'm always like, there could be somebody from Creative Pro, there could be somebody from BPW. Right. I remember it was like Phil Cardigan was in the crowd, so that's why I was like, oh, he's in the crowd, not. And I remember I saw the SmackDown episode, and I look around and I see your face. I'm like, that's Dante. I was like, oh my god, he's literally in the ring with Roman Reigns.
So, funny story about that. 1 second.
Ciara says she'll. Sarah says,
I'll take it.
I'll take
it. Yeah, so my buddy was actually having a birthday party at an open bar in Binghamton.
Oh my god!
Like the actual fraternity, was what like the people who I like really pledged with, like they all watched it like piss drunk basically, and got. And the thing is, like, you know what? I actually want to do a quick plug after this, so please remind me about a plug.
I don't mind.
Yes. Those guys birthed the frat star. Like, I wouldn't be who I am today without that group of guys. And for them to all see me succeed together meant the world to me. So, shout out Phi Kappa Psi. Love you, boys. Live ever, die never.
Yeah. It was...
A little too old. Sorry, Ryan. Maybe I should get back on the FU Kurt Hawkins space.
No, it's...
Okay.
No, I don't mind plugs. It's cool to have friends. It's cool to have, the set of people that you can, that basically, like, helps. If I got on TV. I would love to, shout out my friends. Shout out who helped me get there.
Yeah.
Who helped me. So I don't mind at all.
Uh huh.
What I want to know about the SmackDown, what was going on before SmackDown? What was going through your mind? Like, were you anxious? Were you excited? Like, also backstage, like, what was going on? Did you see anybody? Like, did you meet anybody? I know Azure, I think, met, yeah, I think he met Baron Corbin.
Azure and Baron Corbin are best friends. Like legit, so funny. That's Azure's boy. But yeah, it was, dude. Like you grow up watching WWE, and you're standing in Gorilla watching the clock tick down, and you're realizing in 5 seconds I'm going to go out in front of millions of people all across the world and be on live television. And I've done extra work for WWE 4 other times previously, and that time just so happened to be the day where I was right place, right time. I got selected to be part of the segment, and I am forever grateful for everyone involved. I don't want to dive too much into it because I feel like there is a little bit of magic behind it still.
Oh yeah,
So,
definitely.
but everyone was super awesome, and dude, Brock Lesnar is. I don't think anyone needs to say this because he's Brock Lesnar, but he's legit. Like,
He's that one.
Yeah, he don't fuck with him.
He's that one tough son of a bitch. That's like one of the guys where it's like, if I had to wrestle for Lesnar, I don't know.
Right.
It's like he can kick your ass. Like
Yeah.
if you remember
He can kill you. No, he can't. Like he can kick your ass if he wants to. He can stab your spine.
Remember when Braun Strowman actually he kneed Brock Lesnar in the head, and Lesnar got up so fast and punched him, and Strowman fell down. Like, it doesn't matter the size you are, Lesnar will kick your ass.
Say it, Ronnie. Say it. Come on, he will.
He will kick your fucking ass. Yeah. Like it's like it's Lesnar is that one. He's tough, and it's I don't know if he retired yet. I know people are saying he should show up at Extreme Rules to confront Daniel Cormier, but
it's funny because everyone craves Brock Lesnar until they get Brock Lesnar. Well, actually, no. Cowboy Brock is my favorite Brock.
I think Cowboy Brock is like the best Brock Lesnar, and it was there was no complaints. It felt like he was enjoying his character.
Right.
It felt like he was enjoying his time in the ring. While 2017 Lesnar, 2015, Paul Heyman would speak. As much as I love Paul Heyman's promo work, as much as I love him on the mic, it's Lesnar, showing up 4 times a year to wrestle and then winning a championship, like maybe 1 out of the 4. It was just not good. Cowboy Brock wrestled more matches in 1 year, or even 6 months than pre-Cowboy Brock did in a 5-year span.
Yeah, it was great. But yeah, dude, sharing with him and Roman, unreal energy.
And even though the WrestleMania match, it was okay, the SummerSlam match was awesome.
Yeah, SummerSlam match was great.
But were you in the promo package for it? Did you when you watched WrestleMania?
I think I watched it hoping I was, and I wasn't.
It maybe. I know they sometimes have I know they really focus in on Roman and Brock, so maybe somebody's face could be blurred, like a security guard. It could have been you.
Yeah, I mean, Azure got punched by Becky Lynch. That still pops up pretty frequently, I feel like.
I see that on Instagram sometimes, and I'm like, Azure, explain. I'm like,
He's just doing his job.
He's just doing his job. You can't.
Dropped him.
Dropped his ass.
But also, shout out to Azure. I love him so much. Such a good friend.
Azure's awesome. Azure's awesome.
Even Steve Summer said, "We just love the Even Stevens. They're the best in the world. We love those guys."
Best. Vest.
Yes, the best in the world.
People say I'm an idiot for cheering on the best in the world, and I say no, no.
Okay. Cheer for whoever you want for Ryan Vest.
Yeah, I can cheer for whoever I want. I could chant for the good guy, the bad guy.
Exactly.
It's the way professional wrestling works. You cheer who you want to cheer.
That's the beauty of it.
And heck, sometimes people will agree with you. It's like, hey, I'll cheer them, and then all of a sudden, the bad guy starts to get cheered.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, it's like, and then all of a sudden, the people in the back are creative is furious because they're like, that's not how we wanted it to go. It's all right. So this last question, then we'll get to the picture round where I'll show you pictures of superstars. But so this, so you filmed Rush Week. You filmed Rush Week. I wanted to know, being a professional wrestler, but also filming Rush Week, what was it? At any point, did you find it really difficult to film Rush Week while also being a professional wrestler?
Yes. It's so hard. So, like, don't forget, like, outside of professional wrestling, I'm also a genuine frat guy. So, not only am I partying almost every single day, I have to find ways to film content and do a bunch of crazy random stuff, and then also professional wrestling on the weekends. The amount of times where I had to film something, edit it, post it, and then go right into writing down ideas for the next video the next day was like basically like the entire week. It was fun because I had a rough outline of what I wanted to do, and I will say that Rush Week is a success. My social media took a big jump. People loved the frat stuff. I got a lot of great feedback from people, and it was fun. But it was super overwhelming to post 5 20-plus minute videos in 5 days.
I can't imagine how long it took for everything, and then also
I got hacked. I got hacked too. Don't forget that.
The hack. Oh my god!
I got hacked.
It was the SmackDown hacker.
No, it was Bryce.
I know. I'm saying it was
Bryce.
The SmackDown hacker returned. Nah, Bryce. Oh, Bryce.
Sammy Callahan.
Ciara loved Rush Week.
Thank you, Ciara.
No, will we ever?
What was your favorite video from Rush Week?
What was mine?
What was your favorite video, Ryan?
That's a tough one. I did like the one where you were calling everybody, and then, it was funny because of their reactions and stuff. Like Bobby's reaction was hilarious.
Oh my god, yes.
That was hilarious. I thought the CPA
the after party
episode.
The after party is what I want to do the most. I had so much fun filming that, and I feel like I could flesh it out a lot more. But it's just hard, just like really finding the time to get there and just grind episodes. I think I do want to do something again soon. I actually kind of got an idea, so who knows? Maybe we'll find some new stuff with the after party of Dante Drago coming up soon.
Maybe. Will we ever see a Rush Week 2?
Yes. Next first week of September. Rush Week will be back, and Rush Week will be better than ever.
It's like a national holiday now.
It's Rush Week.
It's Rush Week.
Now that Rush Week is a thing, Rush Week will never not be a thing.
You got to play Rush on every Rush Week.
Yes.
Tom Sawyer.
Exactly.
So let's get to the picture round. We're gonna go quick by this, all right? So first superstar.
Which one, Lego Dr. Cool or Dr. Cool?
Both. Let's do that. Both.
Okay. Lego Dr. Cool, coolest dude I've ever met in my entire life. Guy is hysterical. Anytime he opens his mouth, he's the funniest guy in the room. The guy holding him, the actual Dr. Cool, the recently returned actual Dr. Cool. Cinematic genius comes to mind. The brains behind the Dr. Cool vlogs, the man himself, the main character. He's a new kids. We love Jay Klang. So good. And I'm waiting for our first singles match to happen in DPW. So much love goes out to Dr. Cool Jay Klang.
Awesome. He is very funny. I'll say that. He is
He's
very
so
fun to talk to.
cool. Like,
He is cool. He is cool as anything.
Cool.
The dopest dude in the dungeon.
Exactly.
Now, speaking of Dr. Cool.
Piece of shit. Stupid face. Ugh. This is a guy who gave my Snake Man powers. This is Mike Anthony. He was Dr. Cool at one point, but now he's not Dr. Cool. In all actuality, not getting out of character in the Cool CU, Mike Anthony is one of my closest friends in wrestling, even outside of wrestling. I love that dude so much. Such a good guy, and we talk all the time. So he's another guy. There's a bunch of guys who are like around my age. Literally, it's honestly all new kids, which I will see what else comes back up for us these pictures. But anyone considered in the new kids group, I want to work with. I want to do programs with. Mike's killing in DPW, and I'm super proud and super happy with the progress he's making.
I'm glad to see him on the top. I think he has definitely progressed a lot, and I'm glad to see him get the opportunity that he deserves.
And he was on AEW Dark too. Big moment for him. So
he's really what a year it has been for Mike Anthony.
Huge Mike Anthony mark.
It has been a not crazy year. Not crazy year. All right, here we go.
Hey, how are you? This is my other tag team partner besides Jack. This is my Italian brethren from the Bolognese Boys.
Nice.
Philip Cartagino. Phil's a man. So Phil and I have been we have this weird thing where anything we'll say, we'll just get a weird mood and just match each other's energies. But probably one of the funniest guys I know in wrestling, in the ring, outside the ring. He's just such a good guy. I can't say anything bad about Phillips because he's so likable and he's just genuinely like that. He's not only a nice guy in the ring, super nice guy outside the ring too. Love Phil.
Phil is just that one guy you just can't hate. I can't say.
I'm putting everybody over now. I feel like I gotta talk shit about the next guy because I was like, I love Jay Klang, love Mike Anthony, love Phil Cardigan. Who's next? Who's the next guy? How can I be mad about that? Look at that frat excellence right there. Shout out Flex Scott for taking that flick. Those are my boys. That's Delta House, hottest thing in DPW, and Ryan Dust. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Don't be surprised if we're gonna find ourselves in a main event picture because look at us. Just look at that.
Undefeated.
Undefeated. We went out afterwards. Insane.
It's awesome to see Delta House taking over VPW.
Shout out Jay. Shout out Nick. Love you guys. There you go.
All right, we're gonna get to fan questions now. Who's ready for some fan? My mic just fell. All right. My mic is good.
That was fun. I enjoyed those pictures.
It's always a good time to get to see somebody and just say, oh, that was a great experience.
Yeah, let's talk about that guy. He deserves to be talked about.
It's almost like a nostalgia round. You think of the past, you think of the memories. So fan questions now. Here we go. So I asked on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, also follow this guy on Instagram, Dante Drago Wrestles.
Please, you should do that. Please.
I posted on my Instagram to ask if you want to ask the Frat Star some questions, and we got some questions. We got 3 questions. So, Metal Geek 85, aka Metal Geek from Dudes at Ringside podcast, he asks, when is the next after party?
When's the next after party?
Yes.
What's today? Tuesday?
Yes.
Well, Thursday technically, but the next legit after party will be after hopefully Saturday, Friday and Saturday. Blitzkrieg Pro is having a war with Limitless Wrestling in Enfield, Connecticut. So we'll plug that show really quick because they're dope. They're gonna put on 2 solo shows, and you might see me. So that's where the next after party is gonna be after a wrestling show.
I love the after parties, man. The after parties are awesome.
So sick, dude. Ryan, I remember that one time I was watching you just like roll around in the grass outside Delta House. Best night of my life.
It was a great night.
Yeah,
It was a great night.
we can't talk about the special thing though. Don't.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
Move on.
Tony Stark underscore Moxley. Sorry. Tony Stark underscore Moxley, aka Ciara. Ciara asks, who has been your biggest inspiration for wrestling?
That's a good question. Richard.
Richard.
No. In all honesty, in real life, well, like in people that I know, my biggest inspiration for wrestling, um, is my dad. My dad is a cancer survivor, kicked its ass. He came out strong on the other side, and he's my biggest supporter. I will, if there's anything that I want to, get his advice on, it's that. He always looks out for me, and he, wholeheartedly supports my dream of being a pro wrestler. So for that, I'll do any car ride, any amount of miles, and one day he'll see me in Madison Square Garden. That's the promise I made to him.
I'm glad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I heard about he beat cancer. He beat cancer's ass.
He did. Listen,
That's
Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Everyone, look out, wear pink. Support those who had breast cancer because it's a terrible, terrible thing. And the more awareness, the more support.
definitely wear pink. I remember in middle school, I would always go as part of student activities, and we would always set up the breast cancer
Which I feel
awareness
like
stuff.
I feel like it's not something that people are doing in wrestling. I feel like in MLB and like football, Breast Cancer Awareness Month is like really big deal. Very, very pink with a lot of stuff. I want to start like changing it a little bit. I think I'm gonna start wearing pink wrist tape just for the month of October because there's no reason why we shouldn't be raising awareness for something that's really, really serious and many women struggle with.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
It's gotta wear pink. Wear pink, ladies and gents.
Hashtag wear pink.
Hashtag wear pink.
Hashtag wear pink. What's the big deal? Be a man.
Be a man. Yes, be a
Hashtag
man.
wear pink. Be a man.
Hashtag wear pink. Be a man.
Yes.
We gotta get that trend going.
Same hashtag.
Same hashtag. No separate. Just same hashtag.
Yes.
All right. Here's the last fan question. Underscore Mr. Guru underscore, aka my friend Nick, who I was talking about earlier when we were laughing at scream Snake Boy.
Friend Nick.
He says, how many beers could Dante drink? This is like a tongue twister. How many beers could Dante Drago drink before Dante Drago would black out?
Trying to think the last time I blacked out was. So I don't usually black out. I'm one of those like, I seem sober when I'm drunk. 100, probably 103.
Jeez Louise.
Just a day in the office for the frat star.
Just in the office.
Yeah, just hanging out, guys being dudes,
Guys being dudes.
Guys being dudes,
just drinking that beer.
Pink, crushing beers and wearing pink.
Have you ever like if you drunk so much beer, have you ever did a Stone Cold impression?
Actually, when I first started being a wrestling fan, there was one party in high school I went to, and I drank like 3 beers, and I told this one kid to RKO me. There's a video of it somewhere, like
Oh no.
my group chats. But that's the very first pro wrestling move I ever took was a RKO on some dude's lawn in high school. Yeah. But that's the first time I ever took a wrestling move. I've been here since.
Oh my god, Dante.
Yeah, it's legit. Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
So wait, Ryan. So I have two things I want to do. Okay, before we wrap up. All right.
Yes.
Okay. So first off, I want to tell a quick story. Okay.
We also got trivia, by the way.
Oh my god, we have trivia. I'm moving
Yes.
for after trivia then. We'll move for after trivia.
We'll wait till after trivia. Okay, we'll go fast by this. We'll go fast trivia. Speed round. Okay, so
Speed round of trivia.
All right, quick 5 questions. I'll give you 5 questions, ranking from easiest to hardest. I've been keeping score so far. The only episode that has gone 5 out of 5 is the Eva Stevens episode. Dante, you could be the first episode that you are only one guest where you get 5 out of 5. Eva Stevens were 2 guests.
Did they both answer separate questions? Did they both?
I asked them both one separate question. In the last 3 questions, I gave them really hard questions, like really hard. But they got 5 out of 5. But that is separate. I say they're the tag team trivia champions at Dusting Off the Ropes. You could be the first singles
I'm okay with that.
trivia champion. All right.
Jack. I can probably call Jack right now.
Probably call Jack.
Okay.
All right.
If I need to phone a friend, do I get a phone a friend?
I'll give you a phone a friend since you're the first person to actually mention a phone a friend, I believe.
Nice.
Also, this is the 10th episode. We gotta do something for the 10th episode. All right, question number 1. Mr. Pop and Twist gave you a solo cup balloon. What color was the balloon?
Red.
That is correct. It was red. Which you popped.
Yeah.
By the way. All right.
I do. He's right over there.
All right, question number 2. Larger than life. Use this hashtag after they supposedly, in quotation marks, lost to Major Pod.
Hashtag Major Pod cheated.
Hashtag Major.
They did.
Hashtag Major Pod cheated, aka yes. Nobody had crazy affiliate protections. Hashtag Major Pod cheated.
Hashtag Major Pod cheated.
All right, here we go. 3rd question. Extreme Rules is coming up, ladies and gents. This Saturday. Extreme Rules will be live on Peacock. So I gotta ask an Extreme Rules question.
Okay.
What was the main event of Extreme Rules 2013?
I'm using my phone a friend.
All right, he's using it. Remember, the next 2 questions are harder.
Are they harder?
Yes,
Well,
I said
okay.
it goes from easiest to hardest.
Okay. I'm allowed to ask questions?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
I'm gonna go with sheesh.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I'm so bad with years. I actually think I was just watching a 2013 pay-per-view the other day too. It's really just a matter of who do I think is champion at this point, and what mania is this? Wait, that's what I'm gonna start with that.
I will say this. It was when WrestleMania 29.
WrestleMania 29.
Yes, that was 23.
After or build up?
I'll say this after.
Okay, so it's definitely a Cena match. Cena, Del Rio, Ryback.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Dante, that is incorrect.
Boo.
This was a trick one, as there was no championship involved.
Ah, really?
The main event was Brock Lesnar versus Triple H in a steel cage.
Damn it! Oh, beat Jack.
Alrighty. Question number 4.
Yeah, what do you got?
Who did you first at VPW Devastation?
I'm gonna go out on a whim because I don't know names of their shows. Eric James.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
You got it correct. You got it correct. That was a great guess. Oh my god.
Still got my phone a friend too.
You do got your phone a friend.
Yeah.
Alright. You might not need it though, as it has to do with Rush Week.
Rush Week.
Alright. In the Frat Star autobiography release party, who did you call third to try to get them to come to your party?
The son of the sun, Leo Sparrow.
Final answer?
Yes.
Wow, that is correct. Dante, you got 4 out of 5.
Dude, that third question threw me for a loop.
I thought the fifth question was gonna throw you through for a loop. I should have asked the third question for the fifth question.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that third question so much more. I made the video, so like I know how it's edited.
I was thinking you might mix it up like Thick Bobby was, but no, you got it right on the dot.
Nah, dude, it's just how my brain works.
And also the VPW one was impressive. You're like, I don't know the name of the shows. Eric James.
I know like the matches. I think I remember seeing that like graphic because it's like a red font with like blue like cracked glass or something. Like I remember that promo picture specifically. That was a big match when I wrestled Eric. I really that was like a huge like proving point for me.
Anytime anybody wrestles, somebody that's been in the business for a amount of years, it's a huge stepping stone. It's a huge milestone. Huge achievement.
With Eric too, so I was like, okay, let me show him that I can, I can bring it. So I think he saw it. I think it was a fun time, but I wish I could have done a little better. So I'm looking forward to that rematch.
Definitely, I want to see that rematch.
Yeah.
Alrighty, you said you had a story for us before we go.
So we have two things, okay? I want to tell a little story and give a little plug-in. And I also got these Pokemon cards I want to unbox, all right?
Oh, yes! The Pokemon!
Okay. So, before the Frat Star was the Frat Star, I say that the birthplace of the Frat Star was on stage for a philanthropy event called Greek God. Greek God is it's a bodybuilding / talent show competition that is... in support of the Elizabeth Glacier Foundation for Pediatric AIDS. So it's for the kids with AIDS. And my buddy, Hayden Gerard, is going to go and win it for the 4th year in a row for Phi Kappa Psi. I'm going to start posting the GoFundMe on my own page because I think it's a great, great cause. I think people should support it. I think Hayden worked super hard to win this competition. And I wouldn't be where I'm at without this charity event. So I want to do my part in supporting it. I think it's a super important cause. And I just want to say, Hayden, good luck, dude. And be on the lookout for some information on that later on my Instagram and social media. So maybe, Ryan, if you can, give me a big drum roll, please, because we have 2 packs to open up right now, all right? Now, are you at the Pokemon, Ryan?
Oh, am I in the Pokemon? Not that much.
Okay.
But I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Here, hold on. You want a drum roll?
Can you do that?
Hold on. This is what's cool. Ready?
Okay.
Oh wait. Is there no drum roll on here? Gosh darn it! Never mind. I could do it. Here. I could do a good drum roll. Ready?
Okay.
1.
All right. So first, take 4 from the back. Please switch front.
I do see those when you do that.
I was looking for a big card at the end. Cycle through these. Cycle through these. Anything cool? Nothing. Oh, actually, no, that's kind of cool. We got a reverse hollow Blaziken. People who don't know what that is.
Ooh. So, I know holograms, dude.
I am a huge Pokemon fan. Been one for my entire life. And every now and then, I'll just go to a store. Remember Spirit Pokemon? I do. I forgot what my Spirit Pokemon was. Odds of a shiny, very low. Okay, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, 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 boom. These are all throwaway cards. We don't care. We don't care. All right. Big card coming up next. Let's see what we got. We got Muck. Well, that was anticlimactic.
Well, you made history here on Dusting Off the Ropes, the first ever live pack opening on Dusting Off the Ropes.
This Blaziken's kind of cool. I'm content, Ryan. This show seems like pretty good luck. And hey, man, congratulations on 10 episodes.
Thank you, man. I wanted to buy streamers and just I'll say that for 100. I'll say that for 100.
Yeah, just like do like some sort of effect in post. Pretty good, but.
Yes. Alrighty, ladies and gents, that is the end of episode 10 of Dusting Off the Ropes. I want to say thank you for those who are in the chat right now, watching this live on YouTube, and also if you're on Twitter watching this, thank you for tuning in. If you're watching this if you're watching this later in time, please make sure to check out this man on social media. Please make sure to subscribe today, like the video, like the playlist. I made a playlist of all 10 episodes now. I gotta add the 10th episode now. But there's a playlist, so if you just want to keep listening to Dusting Off the Ropes, it's there on the playlist. So,
follow Dante Drago at Dante Drago Wrestles on Instagram and at Dante_Drago on Twitter. And also Dante Drago Wrestles on YouTube. So, please.
Also, what about your merch?
ProWrestlingTees.com/Dante Drago, I think. I don't know.
If you search up Dante Drago, I'm sure it's there.
You're adults, okay?
You're adults.
In that case, you're a child. Then it's understandable. But if you're an adult, figure it out. You can do it. If you really want it that bad, which you should.
All right, ladies and gents. Again, thank you for watching, and thank you, Dante, for joining me tonight. It was awesome. I know we had to delay a little bit, but the party still happened. It was a great party.
Awesome time. Richard, did you have fun? Richard had a great time.
I'm glad Richard had a great time.
Of course.
So, ladies... All right, ladies and gents. I'm Ryan Dust. This is Dante Drago, not Drago, Drago. And I'll see you next time here on... What?
And Snake Man.
And Snake Man. Snake Man, Dante Drago. And I'll see you next time here on Dusting Off the Ropes.